What's going on, everybody? This is David Mitchell here, and welcome back to Fans of Train, episode 4. I'm at 44. Check 44 to be more exact. And yet, in another Train Galore video. And today, we got one model train magazine, but we also got the other stuff. You can probably hear it in my hand. I'm also wearing my I Love Trains shirt. So, yeah. But we just got done talking to Dimitri on his live stream. So, he is live right now with it been almost 2 months since the last time he live streamed. Almost. But I'm glad he back. So, that's a good thing. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about for this month, but for this episode of Fan of Trains, and you can hear 2 of them in my hand. So, yeah. So, let me get ready to bring them up. Dun, 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 dun. I got 2 in-scale tanker cars. So, yeah. So, these are beer cans. What they're called, beer can tankers. They're technically in a modern era, but they fit right for what I'm doing. So that brings the total of modern tank cars that I have to 4. But yeah, this one I will have to change the trucks out and the coupling because to fit everything else. So I'm going to have to down the line buy new trucks, but I got these right here. Pretty good. But it's up down. Also, I got an HO scale covered hopper. So yeah. And it a flow hopper. But yeah. And these are some of the rarer ones because this model right here literally go for 150 online sometimes because of how rare they are. Now, I do think I'm going to have to get them different trucks for the one. That should work way better. Also, I'm probably going to have to put mounted couplers on it, which is easier said than done. But yeah, and it in my favorite color. But yeah. But that's the in-scale HO rolling stock that I got. So yeah. So I can add that to the tip that I now have. Also, Zip Model Railroader magazine. Let me bring the laptop up. Before I screwed something up. But yeah, there's a September issue. So yeah. Pretty good stuff. Look at that. They got them U33s and also U36Bs. Right here. I wanted them up to Auto Train when the original OG Auto Trains were kind of cool. But yeah. But got the internet and stuff right here. Like, look at that. Got a for the East Coast at the 70M that too, right there. And also got someone working on a GP38.2 body. Got some cool stuff, some cool houses. But yeah. But just to let you guys know, Dimitri should be in his live stream around 10. But I did get done talking to him, so yeah. But yeah, look at it. Feels cool, you know? Heck, all this right here is cool. Now you got D-Boys right here. Check that out. But yeah, got flat cars. Ooh. And some in-scale tank cars. Ooh. That I gotta check out because I'm still looking for more. Got an HO scale Milwaukee cover hopper 2-bay. It's a 2-bay cover hopper. Got them nice stuff right here at the bottom. But yeah, but check all this out right here. That cool. But yeah, I did some cool stuff when you did think about it. Now they got an HO, which I need to find the in-scale version of this 188, but they also got the they got the Woodwind Scenic thing right here with a classic. But yeah. But they got the nights up. Surprisingly, no in-scale on that page. But yeah. Also got a Milwaukee Road car right there. The motor stuff right here, which is cool. And I got some insurance stuff now. Deep card are insurance, and they don't run on the railroad anymore. But yeah. But they were made for NASA for the rocket fuel. It's crazy when you did think about that they don't run them anymore. But it's crazy when you did think about it. But yeah. Whew. But yeah, look at this. Right here. Pretty cool. Got them doing the lettering and stuff for the, which I think is cool, if y'all know what I mean. Be honest, I think I need to go with freaking steel or metal wheels. I'll be honest because I think they're superior, which I do need to get, even though they got the right trucks, it's just that I need to replace the wheels on them with metal ones. And I need to remove the metal wheels off of this one. Because let's be honest, steel wheels don't do pretty good at all. Or not steel wheel, but plastic wheels. But yeah, but look at all this. Pretty cool. Ooh. Now that new. For the 50th anniversary of Amtrak. That is freaking nice. Then you have the cupboard thing, what they're doing with nice. If I'm right. Right. That for in scale. It's probably in scale or HO. Let me check. Actually in scale. Huh. But yeah, but this is nice. Like, look at that. That is nice right there. And I'm not gonna lie, I would like to have one, but you know. And here we are on our first train layout of the magazine. before we do, let's go show the scenics stuff and but yeah, look at that. Look at that. If you guys want to take a screenshot of that, you can. But I'll be honest. That look amazing. Like, even though it's set between the 50s and 60s, like, not the era it's set in, but you can bring it up to the outlet between the 40 and 60s. So, one year off, or not 1 year off, but 1 decade off. Oof. But you can outlet modernize and do it at a modern train layout too, which is also a bonus. That I'll be on about. This layout, you can actually do it at a modern layout too. So yeah, like you got so many stuff you could do on the one train layout that it actually pretty cool when you think about it. But yeah, like I'm actually looking at it right now, and I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty cool and amazing when you look at it in a way. But yeah, but I do think this is pretty cool for what it is. Like, and phenomenal. Like, literally phenomenal. Hmm. I gotta shave my beard off soon when I get a chance. Sorry, folks. But yeah, but I gotta figure out how to get this removed. But it's a pretty cool layout. What do we? Now, I get you some pretty cool stuff right here. This is pretty cool on itself, but yeah. It navigate and dual gauge. Like, check it out. If I'm doing a short line that have a diamond, and the dog just farted. Not ironic, but yeah, but look at it. Now here's the with one night in Spokane. Or not Spokane. If I'm yes, I'm right. Never mind. But yeah, but look at it. Like night looking track plan at the bottom, and that. But yeah, buy-in. Real. Sorry. What a really. I told I told Demo I will live stream too anyway. But yeah, he should be getting ready to get done soon. Let's check.
A middle of the way metropolitan area, right? So it's not it's not like
Yep, he's still going, but yeah, but I was on his live stream earlier before I did it, but it looked pretty amazing. By the way, in scale and HO. And one, I also do Train Simulator, and I'm also now thinking about downloading Train Sim World 3 if I get a chance. Once it get the route surveyor out, because I'm waiting for the route builder, because I'll be honest, once that come out and I am able to, I'm buying that, and I'm going to try to build some pretty nifty, like, good routes. Now, look at it right here. Not pretty good. Some nice photos, like, literally. If I take That'd be a pretty cool photo right there, if I say so myself. But yeah, we're on the third layout, which before I show it all, look at the photos are good. Now, this one is set in the 1952, but here, Gene, it could be set in the modern era too. With the cool part about it, like literally, like check the layout out. That's pretty good. Like when you think about it, that could be set in the modern era. Like it's crazy to just think about it. Like literally, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4 interchanges. You check, we got 4 interchanges on the line. And it could be set in the modern era. Too. Now, I could take out the last one at the bottom and, make that whole area into like an industrial complex and a parking area. Or not parking, like car parking. Screw that. But could do that. Then have like where the air interchanges, like have a crossover that ends with changing. But yeah. But this layout can be modernized too, like set in a modern era and maybe do a class 2, class 3 regional. But it fit with all of that. It's cool when you just think about it. Because when you just think about it, it fit right in. Now, covered hopper was a new chain back in 1952. Reason why. But yeah, but check all this out right here. And by the way, it's crazy. Now here's some stuff talking about how to revert a track when it comes to 2 rail. But yeah. But it's crazy. Now I do have not a lot of track band, but still a good amount to so in a bit. Look at it. That's cool. Uh-oh. Cleaning out Bella cage. Yep, my sister cleaning out her dog cage. But yeah. It's pretty amazing. But if you guys want to go watch something that I really got into that me and Dimitri agreed on his live stream, you should. But watch it live stream first. Because his is about done in 30 minutes anyway. It might be still on, but yeah. But that pretty right there. Check it right here out. Look, I like the Union Pacific modern one is pretty damn good. But yeah, look at it. And my little sister walking by.
I will.
Remember, you deploy your Zoe on the dryer. But yeah, look at it. Also, the Modern Railroad joke for this month. That funny. By the yard. Honey. Yeah, that's funny. Like, literally, that a funny one. Like, if you guys can read it, that's funny. But, yeah. Look at this. Pretty good. Now, it was 74 pages long, which is pretty good, but not the long I did for a Model Railroader magazine. But, yeah. Now, let's get to track plans. But, yeah. Before I start inviting Kess on to the show. Because, my God, it's crazy. Ironically, we got all that out of the way in 20 minutes. That's pretty fast, I'll be honest. Not go to Google Photo, wrong thing. Here we go. And my hair feeling nice. Now, here are a couple. Also, I have an update on one that y'all know about, the New Jersey Transit one. Here, technically, it for update of a route. I'm sorry, I had to clean
Come on inside.
that. But yeah, look at that. It updated now where they have a lead. But it's a crazy. Also, another area that I mapped out. Pretty good. Oh, but yeah. Let me. That better. You guys can probably see that better, but sorry. But it's in another good area too. Also, in for right here, and an area that could be used as switching and operate now. If you want to do a big club layout, do it and it connecting with another sort line railroad right up here. So yeah, that could be interesting. Or you could do it interchange. Also, one of the bigger track plans, which we need to think about, it could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interchanges. Not bad, I'll be honest. Also, we got another one right here. But it's pretty good for where it is. Also, here one that is not far from Kansas City. That could be used at a good operational area, and it also a little extension. But yeah. But I've been looking up track plans for the month. I'll be honest, it's hard to find them. Also, I did get one train, and also I did try the rail fan a couple of days ago. Total boondoggle. So yeah, that was up and that was kind of not so good. But also here another one that it near enough right along the Mississippi in St. Louis night area with that I looked up, mapped out, have a god awful lot of area for operate right, and also another one that is way farther down. Like, look at that, pretty damn good. Also, here another layout, which like there was a ton of layout in the St. Louis area that could be done. Like literally. But it did crazy. And another area near the St. Louis airport too. And also we got one with General Motors, which that I was not expecting to find. Just one right in Missouri, which I found interesting, but yeah. Also here a Texas one, which I have a feeling that might have gotten abandoned. Really not sure. Another one in Texas. Yeah, pretty good one. I got two different screenshots. Or technically to be more exact, 3. Here in another area which I looked at that have the terminating and the interchange area, which have multiple area where you could do changing and all that, which I think interesting. Another area that I did that in Texas, like literally, there are a lot of area in Texas that could be done at Model Railroader, and also this one. One of the bigger ones, geez, I'll be honest. Like literally, big industrial area. Like, and here another one too that I found really interesting with how everything is set up. Another industrial area would have a nice area to do. And here another one too, like I have found a lot, and I mean a lot. Here one of the other one for Texas. Like, I'll be honest, Texas was a gold mine when it came to track areas that could be modeled. Like, Jesus Christ. Ooh, eczema. But yeah, that right there pretty good. Also, here did a little switching layout. That is nice. Like, there's so much potential with that. It's pretty amazing. Same with this little one right here. You can use it as an experiment for an ideal. But pretty good. Hey, Poo.
Hey, bye.
Sorry.
But yeah, that Val. Here another. Oh, Val, get the thing you smudge my glasses. Or know what? I can. But yeah. That better. But yeah, here in another area too. Like, I am thinking about putting the areas in on public down the line once I get all of them set up right. But that is an idea that I'm thinking about doing. Another one.
Oh.
Now here, interesting one that in Texas too. But yeah, here another little switching layout idea that I looked up that in Texas. Another one right here. Like literally, the area are pretty damn good when you look at them. But here another one that it lower down the line. But yeah, here's a little nifty one that it's challenging, but could work with how it's built. And then we're right there. Oof. Legs aren't. I need to drink more water again. But yeah. But there are some damn good ones out there. Like, literally. Like, also here another one right here, too. That in Texas. Like, a lot of them are in Texas. Penji fan. But yeah. Also, I already did one in a video right here, so yeah. But yeah, I did one through and probably updated you guys on some old ones who have not seen them. But yeah. But let's listen in real quick to what everybody is talking about.
One of the blogs that the High Speed Rail Alliance just posted ahead. Not too
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, if they did, then probably I can find it quickly. Yeah, but
I have a part of the live stream earlier anyway. But yeah, let me go to our friend Right Line Fan because I got them interesting stuff to talk about. But yeah, it's a crazy. But I'll be honest, we're glad that demo is back. Back and bigger than ever. If I'm right. But yeah. Alright. Oop. But yeah. I'm going to try to get him on. Because I do got to get some people on before the night out. But it's just crazy when you did think about what is going on. But yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed some of the update track plans and some one that I can update you guys on. But yeah. One minute, I'm cleaning my glasses. Again. But yeah. All right, check Tyrone. F Trust. Detroit Fan Group. We got Let's call Tom. But yeah. All right. Hey, man.
Hello.
You doing good? Oop. Your mic get off. Up 1 minute.
Oh, wow, I've just heard about the class ones. It was a great conversation.
Yeah, you heard my conversation with Demo before we're in?
Yes, about the class one. I was talking with Demetrius Villa about the news here in the Dominican Republic. We have a proposed rail line that would connect Santo Domingo and Santiago. So that's new. That's great news.
All right, is that freight or passenger?
Well, actually, it's both.
I need to add. Do y'all country do freight service or is it passenger service right now?
They don't have neither of those right now.
So
They used to have two railroad lines. One that was that connect Sanchez and La Vega, and the other one in Santiago and Puerto Plata.
So the Dominican Republic used to have trains. Am I right?
Yeah, they used to have trains, and they still do now. They have Central La Romana, but that's the sugarcane railroad, and they still have a metro line here. They have the metro of Santo Domingo.
All right, so you guys still have trains, but on a smaller scale. So what happened to the bigger?
Yeah.
So whatever happened to the bigger freight railroad on the island?
They got defunct. They actually ceased operations. They're no longer open, and they got replaced with highways.
That dumb. That is just freaking dumb.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Because
So I'm going to. Okay, continue.
But I have to agree with that. That was dumb for them to do that, and now they're trying to bring it back.
They're going to bring it back.
Sorry. I was trying to poop.
But I can see the reason why they're probably bringing it back.
Yeah, the trains. I know they're going to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I'm going to show you the renderings of this train line as well. They're not going to build not just one. They're going to build multiple train lines.
Oh wow! Speaking of that, like before I got done talking to Dimitri, I told him that I was going to start my live stream, which I already have. We're actually live right now, you know?
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to share this rendering right now, the YouTube video link, the YouTube video.
Oof.
This is Empresas Ares, which is a private company. We still do not know about their website, though, since it's a new company that just sprang up in YouTube. So,
And speaking of that, I need to ask, are the tracks still there or all of them are all gone?
the tracks are all gone.
So they made sure they got rid of the tracks. Damn.
Yeah, they got rid of everything. And there are still some, let's say, some traces from the railroad. There are still locomotives that are now continued. Well, they're not continued used, but they're not continually used, but they're used as monuments to show that there was a rail line here.
Because I'll be honest, your country would do, or tech with the Dominican Republic would do way better if it had a train system.
Yeah.
And let's be honest,
Yeah.
When you guys had that disaster with the hurricane back almost 2 years ago, because like I remember that disaster with that Category 5, the one that really messed up the Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Which one is it?
The one that happened.
Which hurricane?
One that happened recently back in 2020 and 2021, or technically what 2019 to be, if I'm right.
Well, we have some hurricanes here. Well, actually, most of them are tropical storms, so we didn't have minor damages about those hurricanes. So
Well,
I live inland, so.
Well, I know it was pretty messed up where a lot of people died.
Yeah, I know. So, imagine the United States without any rail lines.
That would be very bad.
That would be way worse than what we are.
I know, and when you did think about how everything would go, that would be disastrous. Like, let's be honest, that would be disastrous when you did think about it. Because you'll have gridlock everywhere. And when natural disasters happen, that would be chaotic. Like, look what happened in the Middle East. Like, there have been a lot more railroads in the Middle East back a long time ago. And then around the 60s and 70s, they got rid of them. And when all their wars happened, it really screwed everything up.
Well, we got rid of our railroads in the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Mm-hmm. And that really screwed everything up.
Yeah, right now we have in the Caribbean, regionally speaking, the Dominican Republic is at the number 1 position of
highway fatalities. Oop. Hey, you still there? 1 minute. What? Check. Hey, you still there, bud? 1 minute. I can't hear you. Oh, let me try to call him again. Hey, what happened? Or I tried to again. We got a lot of stuff acting up. But hey, your mic is turned off. Come on, like 1 minute, everybody. But all right.
Sorry about that. I thought you were not here, though.
Oh, so what were you trying to say before everything went to dark?
Well, actually, I said that the Dominican Republic, the DR, is at a number 1 position on highway fatalities in the region.
Yep, that kind of figured.
What you were saying?
I said that kind of figured. Like places that have more roads than rail, or have all road but no rail, are more dangerous than countries that have more rail. Am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're way accurate at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, trucks have 2 trailers at their backs.
In your
trucks in my country, so they're using trucks as trains. Imagine if a truck has 3 or 4 trailers.
They did started doing that here in South Carolina. Like they are starting to haul 3 to 4 trailers up in the upstate. Like if you go up to Columbia, South Carolina, like going from Columbia to Charlotte to some of the outlying areas of Charlotte, they have trucks carrying 3 to 4 trailers. Like when I was coming back down to South Carolina from North Carolina on the interstate, I actually noticed that, and I said that could not be good. Like it getting so bad down here in the U.S. with the cotton one not being accommodating and not doing what they should be doing and trying to please their investor instead of trying to work everything out. It literally causing trucking companies to do dirty stuff and dangerous stuff like that. Because let's be honest, even though they do it in Australia, it don't work here in the U.S. Let's be honest. Road trains, I understand in Australia because let's be honest, you're in the middle of nowhere there. Am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
But
those 2 trailers are actually if you see that 2 trailer trucks are dangerous, 3 or 4 might be way more dangerous than the 2 trailer trucks.
And they're doing that here in South Carolina. Heck, they've been doing it in Nevada and California in the Midwest for years.
That's a stupid decision.
Like,
I'm telling you.
I understand with piggyback trailers, like the small trailers, but the bigger ones, no.
Yeah, I'm talking about the bigger ones.
Yes.
The big rigs.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, by the way, man, That is kind of dangerous. Okay.
Oh, by the way, my birthday was 3 days ago. If you watched, we heard from Demetrius.
Yeah, he finally came out of the dark. He's like,
I know.
oh,
Like, oh my.
It's been a long time.
Like, I hold my live stream, and I was going to talk to him first, and I was going to ask him to do a double live stream, but he was not ready because he was doing the 5-minute interviews thing. So I said, I'm probably going to wait until after he gets done to do my live stream, which is what I did, you know?
Yeah, you did your 5 minutes and I did mine.
Technically, I ended up going a little longer because I had some good points and stuff. Because he said that he will extend it if we bring up a lot of good stuff. Am I right?
Yeah, I think he would. I was thinking the same thing. I wish if it was an ARC lounge stream, like a lounge live stream.
Well, I'll be honest. I think it's going to be a while before he does that again because of all stuff that's been going on. Which I understand because it has been 1 year since Holly died, you know?
Yeah, that's a big train crash.
Yeah, like, let's be honest. That was the tragic on what happened to Holly last year, you know? And he was about to get married, you know?
Yeah, I felt bad for him. That's kind of awkward. That was kind of. How can I say it?
That was kind of
tragic.
But yeah. Oh, by the way, have you ever heard of that? I stumbled onto a Reddit group that you're going to laugh what the Reddit name is. Do you know what it called? r/fuck cars.
Oh, I'm not into Reddit though. I'm not a Reddit user.
I know, but
go ahead.
But r/fuck cars talk about the problem with cars. You know.
Oh yeah.
Like what are you?
Car-centric.
Yep.
The car-centric lifestyle.
Yep. It called it out. It called the car-centric lifestyle out.
Yeah. Speaking of car-centric lifestyle, we have in the Dominican Republic we rely too heavily on cars.
Mm-hmm.
Heavily, without no rail lines, we actually have too many highways.
Mm-hmm. And too much traffic.
And we have too many cars. Well, too many cars. And by the way, the streets of the Dominican Republic are way much smaller than the ones that are in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually much more narrow. So you cannot even fit only four. You can't fit 4 cars there. You gotta fit only 2, and which is only 1 lane per car.
Which is smart.
Kind of disastrous.
We dumb. But I'll be honest. Like, Jane, that I would say, like, heck, I guarantee the suburban night in the Dominican Republic are probably worse. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true. They're actually pretty worse.
Oof. Because
by the way, I have to deal with bottlenecks in the city where I live in. Mm-hmm. These roads aren't designed for cars. These are actually designed for motorcycles or bikes, but not for cars.
Also, they were designed for people can walk around and not have to deal with drivers just speeding through there. Am I right?
Yeah, they were designed for that. They were purposely designed for that.
And I know, and then you have people who want to jam car infrastructure into every damn thing, you know?
Yeah. Back in the day, back in the 1800s, we didn't even have highways or toll lanes or something like that.
Technically,
we had a train line.
Technically, we did have toll line with horse carriages, you know, we did have that.
Yeah, we had some carriages too, you know, but here in the Dominican Republic, there wasn't any, let's say, highways, train lines, or something like that. There wasn't actually, well, that was prior to the train, back to the railroad line. There wasn't anything connecting the Dominican Republic. There was, to get to where you go, to get to where you're going, you have to last 3 days to get to from point A to point B.
And that
was back in the day.
And saying it, the train made that a day when they built the railroad in the Dominican Republic. Like made it less than a day.
Yeah, exactly. But then the Yankees actually occupied the country and built the roads instead of expanding the system. You know, the Yankees, when I'm talking about the Yankees, I'm talking about the Americans.
I know. Heck, I'll be honest, the people in the 50s and 60s were total idiots.
Yeah, they were actually...
Like, like, let's be honest, they thought they were so high and mighty and smart and said, the road and the car is the future and the plane. In reality, it's really not.
Well, we still haven't dealt with the flying cars thing.
Oh God, the flying car. I hate to say it. The flying car is stupid. You know.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen a lot of Dominicans saying, "Hey, the flying car is the future." I've been here in the American Rail Club, and I'm thinking, you know what, this flying car concept isn't growing on me anymore. I thought it was too exciting, but not anymore.
Because let's be honest. If cars fly, that would be 10 times worse. Because let's be honest, if people are bad driving and what they do, just imagine if the car was flying. You'll be having a grade A catastrophe right there.
Yeah.
Flight, you'll be causing.
They say that there's going to be. I bet there aren't going to be cars in a century. I'm going to bet on that.
Let's be honest. I don't see flying cars ever happening. If they do, it's not going to be good for society anyway. Because let's be honest, you're going to be wanting people dying left and right, and watching them crash cars into buildings.
Yeah, you might see 9/11, smaller reference of 9/11.
That's just so funny, but it's so wrong. It's funny, but so wrong at the same time because September 11th is coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that is. Well, I pulled up the joke right. Well, I didn't pull up the joke right there. It was intentionally. I pulled that up just to get the idea, right?
Yeah, imagine 9/11 on a smaller scale with people flying cars in the building.
Yeah, on a smaller scale. Because what happened in September 11, 2001, that was a jet. That was a jet.
Mm-hmm.
There were 2 airplanes, but when you have a flying car, it's a smaller airplane. You got 9/11 smaller scale.
I know. Heck,
so,
and to imagine how many people be crashing in air, and then next thing you know, you have a car falling right on your head from a mid-air car crash.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
You have 2 people to crash head on in the air, and then next thing you know, the corpse of the car just land right on you.
Yeah. Well, if they're going to build a railroad line here in the Dominican Republic, you know who's going to fill up the squirming here? It's not the airlines, because there's 0 airlines flying between cities because it's too short to fly.
Mm-hmm.
The bus lines.
The bus lines. Let's be honest, the bus lines are going to try to fight it. And I hate to say it's going to be an uphill battle with the bus line there, because let's be honest. Bus lines in any country are corrupt as it can be, you know? They are corrupt.
Yeah.
And I guarantee that the bus company have money in the government, have not money, but their hand in the government pockets. Am I right?
Yeah, and there's another catch. There's another obstacle. The union. that actually transports cargo on trucks.
That too.
There's a union that does not want any mode of transportation. That you have to buy a truck, and you got to contract one of those union members to drive that truck.
You know, here in the U.S., that would have been counted as a monopoly. Like, that is straight up monopoly right there. I guarantee if they tried doing that here, I bet you're behind most of the people who does that in that union would have been in jail by now. Let's be honest.
That could happen in the U.S. Here in the DR, there's not a law requiring. There's no law about that. So
because I'll be on it. That stuff right there would count as a monopoly here in the U.S., and that would have been very illegal, you know?
Yes, exactly.
But I'm sorry.
Okay, continue.
You can say what you're going to say, sorry.
Okay, basically, this union actually has the entire transportation sector onto themselves. They control the entire sector.
Now,
and I've seen a lot of opposition on public transit here in the Dominican Republic. So I guess there's I've been in a club called MTSD, which is Medios de Transporte de Santo Domingo in Spanish, which is it's public transportation in the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm. And like, I'm sorry.
Or specifically in the city of Santo Domingo. But I actually want to expand public transit beyond the capital of the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, I think the best way to do it is like share the trip with the people, like show the people where their money really going. Because let's be honest, if these people realize that their money is paying for a truck company and the union, you know they're not going to let that keep happening. You know?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, no one wants their money be taken from them and given to a business for free. Am I right?
Yeah, I am. You are absolutely right there, because this union and this union actually controls every aspect of transportation, from passengers, from passenger buses, from buses to trucks. I guess we need to break them just to have less power over our transportation.
Like, thing is, if I were you, I would spread the word. Just spread the word as much as you can. And what I would do after that is expose them, you know?
Yeah, here in the Dominican Republic, we have a lot of corrupt politicians. That's another thing.
Mm-hmm. Heck. Sorry.
About that. So, I used to draw back in the day when I was in high school. I used to draw high-speed rail trains with the Quisqueya Express logo, which was a Dominican bullet train. I published one in the ARC chat in the ARC server.
Oh, when?
Oh, that was. I think that it was this month. I think it was a month ago or something like that. But anyways, I wish I could share it to you, but I think it's it's somewhere in the server. Let me go and get it. You see, I actually invented a new series of Avelia that's called Avelia Palmera. Let me try to search. Okay.
But I'll be on it, I'll be on it, I'll take this. if we can get high-speed rail here in the U.S. in multiple areas, the people down in the Dominican Republic will want it too because they're still a U.S. territory. Am I right?
Yeah, they actually want this rail line to become a reality. I want it to become a reality as well.
Mm-hmm.
As a resident here of the Dominican Republic and as an advocate of high-speed rail in the United States, I think it's important to have more options of transportation.
You know, I'm sorry. You could say.
No, you could say something.
I was going to say that, you know what's funny? The Dominican Republic wants to become a U.S. state.
That was historically.
Like, the people there, like, they want to be a U.S. state. Do you know how crazy that would be if that really happens?
Well, actually, I don't want it to become a U.S. state. Although, as an American, I want this country to be independent. And an independent nation. That was during the time of Buenaventura Valles, which tried to annex the country to the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah. But I'll be on it. Like, some of the stuff that I'll be on it about is that if high-speed rail make itself known here in the U.S. more, like, because the only area we have high-speed rail in right now is the Northeast Corridor from Washington, D.C. to DuPont and Massachusetts, and the newcomer is Brightline from Miami to Orlando. Like, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
And
speaking of Brightline, speaking of Brightline, they are actually raising the speed limit to 150 miles per hour. They're studying on that, so
that means there'll be a fitly high-speed rail soon.
There'll be high-speed rail soon.
Heck, they're probably going to have high-speed train running in Florida before they have them running in California.
California. the state that every American bullies.
You know they're they're a nickname for California called Commufornia.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Yes.
And state, don't California my insert state here.
Mm-hmm. But I'll be on it. Like, I do see Brightline getting high-speed rail first before, California,
Exactly.
The only problem I do see is, from Cocoa to the Orlando International Airport, at that track that they've been building, it mostly single track. It's kind of dumb,
No, they're actually trying to double track that. Most of it is single track now.
Mm-hmm.
Which, probably in the future, it might be double track.
There are some design flaws that they're going to have to fix when they do put in the second track.
Yeah.
Like, you noted where some of the signal placement is on the single track section and not smart. Also, they don't have the track bed wide enough for if they want to put the second track in, so they're going to have to put more dirt down,
Yeah, I think that's actually for cost reasons or something like that, but
it is for cost reason, but I would just bite the bullet and, put that in out of the way for when they need to put that second track in. They don't have to bring in heavy machinery. Am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that.
Because that could be that thing that you got to be worried about.
Okay, so I've sent the drawings of the Quisqueya Express on your DM. I said.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was me. I just drew that recently.
Mm-hmm.
I used to draw these when I was in high school. In my, I don't know, back in my junior year of high school, almost becoming a senior or something like that.
You know, I actually used to draw trains when I was younger. Heck, I was able to draw people in black and white, you know?
Oh yeah, the memories.
Like, I'm a damn good artist. Like, I could draw people with no problem. Like, literally.
Yeah, back in my junior years of high school, I remember that I joined the High Speed Rail America Club. Now it's called the American Rail Club.
Heck,
I was like 17 at the time.
Heck, I was 18 when I joined. Like, I joined the American Rail Club when I was 18, and I was a senior in high school. But I was following the YouTube channel since when I was 16, you know?
Yeah.
But
basically I would.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, Demetriusville back at the time was like I don't know, probably studying at university or just already graduating.
He was getting ready to graduate. Like, he was graduating when we were still in high school.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, we were still in high school at the time. Well, in 2020, I started the university. So basically, now I'm thinking, you know what? Since I'm at the university, I think it's time to take a look at the transportation sector, which I did.
Now, I will also bring that up. Schools in the U.S. are failure because all they teach you it's up to be like a mindless working slave for a company, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And I'll be honest, every time you show potential or ideal, you did get punished for it.
My goodness.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Like,
by the way, one of the hardest subjects in the United States is math. I know that because my sister is already studying in high school.
I'm not.
It's one of the hardest subjects. I was like, I don't know how to do this. And by golly, I thought math was easy.
Like, I'm good at math. Like, I'm good at math to a certain extent, you know?
Yes, but my sister is having hard time with algebra or something like that. But
now I do suck at reading. I'll be honest. I can only read from a 6th to 7th grade level. I'll be honest about that. But
I actually read all the time. So basically, reading is a breeze for me.
Like, I'll be honest. Like, you can have people who suck at reading who cannot barely read that are super smart, and then you have people who can straight up read that are total idiots. Am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right there.
Because
after 3rd grade, you know what's funny is back at 3rd grade, I don't know how to read. I just like, you know what? I just skip reading. I don't like this subject.
Like, literally, there are reasons why.
I know how to read right now, but back at 3rd grade, it wasn't easy.
I know, like, I'll be honest, like, back then, I used to hate having homework when it came to the word stuff. Like, let's be honest, homework is stupid because all you do is teach the kids to hate work because they're taking it off of school, and what do they got to do when they get home? Homework. And by the time they get their homework, they got to go to bed and eat dinner. Or technically, they got to eat dinner and then go to bed. Bed meaning they don't have no time to rest, no time to do anything. It did like work, nothing else. And then sometimes homework on the weekends.
Yeah, that is brutal.
Like,
I used to live there.
Like, literally, like, homework is a disgrace, and it teaches kids to hate working.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's more negative than a positive. Like, heck, there it proved that homework do more harm than good.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now changing the topics from education to transportation. By the way, what's going on? I actually want new high-speed corridors, the Cascade Corridor, the Pacific Surfliner Corridor. What else? The Amtrak Blue Water Corridor. I want those to be high-speed rail.
There could be in the future. Now, I do see a new corridor. You know how Brightline and Sunrail did made a deal? They're going to do called the Sunrail Corridor.
Yeah, and Tri-Rail actually is doing its own deal as well, which they're going to connect Brightline with its existing stations in the former Seaboard line. They're going to operate in the FBC.
That would be good news right there. I'll be honest.
Now, the thing is, the catch. Here's the catch. They might be activating service for Tri-Rail in 2028.
Oof.
Yeah, that is not looking good for Tri-Rail.
Oof. Heck.
Or the South Florida Regional Transportation Authority.
That's not a good thing. They need to get that done this year. Maybe this or next year, you know?
Yeah, they have to do that fast.
Because if they don't, I'll be honest, Brightline will be saying that will be nuking them. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true. Brightline could actually make a new commuter service. Who knows?
I know that could be another thing that could screw over Tri-Rail, but I'll be honest, oops, you could go ahead. Sorry.
Well, yeah. Actually, I don't say that Tri-Rail and Brightline might be competitors, but probably because Brightline is a direct competitor of Amtrak.
Yep, and that's the first time that there was competition between partner rail companies since the 1960s. Can you believe that? Or not the 60s, but the 70s and 80s, you know?
Yeah, Amtrak really has to catch up with its paces because, Amtrak should get aggressive right now and get other corridors as well.
Because I'll be honest, like Brightline could take over the whole area of Florida with partner rail system and just kick Amtrak right out.
Yeah.
And even Brightline even admitted that they don't want to even work with Amtrak. I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, you know what's funny is that Amtrak tried to propose a new rail service that would on the FEC line, but they actually kind of, let's say Brightline actually hunted them again.
Because
that came back and haunted them.
Because Brightline one who decided to do it.
Yeah, Brightline actually said, "You know what? Screw Amtrak. Let's do it ourselves." Well, actually, the FEC, the parent company of the FEC.
And technically, the Brightline and the Florida Eco are owned by the same company anyway. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
That if you did think about that hard, that technically mean the freight railroad actually owned the railroad, or technically the Brightline. You know, meaning it technically owned Brightline, meaning it a freight and partner railroad when you did think about it.
Yeah.
Because
they have a dispatching company. It's called the Florida East Coast Dispatching. The Florida East Coast Dispatching Company.
And
Brightline and FEC owns 50% stake each in that company.
And
that's the company that that's the company that actually operate the dispatchers.
And let's be honest. We can use what's going down in Florida with Brightline and the Florida Eco as an example of how Amtrak and the Class 1 should be operating, you know?
Yes. Amtrak should actually be broken up into 4 railroad services.
Now, here, Jane, the small town and a lot of states that get long distance Amtrak trains only are going to be the one getting screwed, you know?
Yeah, that's actually when you think about it,
that would be a terrible idea. Still, to be honest.
Yeah, that would be that's going to be a terrible idea, but
and that mean the car, and let's be honest, we don't want the car getting in the hole. The car will start taking that over and start screwing up the patent rail system again.
Just like it did in the Dominican Republic.
So we can't have that happen. So Amtrak cannot be broken up, because if it does, the crooked car company will start popping up and said, you can use cars now, you know, in any place imaginable. Am I right?
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, but well, let's talk about, speaking of the Class 1s, there's going to be a roller coaster ride, man.
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna tell you that.
I can already tell. I talked about it last week in last week's live stream. But
yeah, we've talked about that a lot.
And I'll be on it. This is what I'll be on it about. If we don't want this stuff to happen, the government needs to crack down on Wall Street and the investor. Heck, what if I were president? I would go in and have some of them investors arrested and charged. You know.
This is actually the Boeing scandal. This is actually the scandal of the 737 MAX all over again.
Heck, and I'll be honest, some of the people who are running the railroad company, they should be in jail.
Yeah, they have to do that. Imagine
if we do that, it'll send an example to the, investor saying, okay, we don't need to be acting that way, because if we do and we try to do this to the railroad, we could end up in jail.
Yeah.
It did force them to back off and stop trying to screw over the rail system and, teach them that these practices are not okay.
Yes, exactly. Moral of the story, don't let bean counters operate the railroads.
Because that's what they're doing. Heck, if I were president, that your kid?
That's what they're doing at the Boeing company as well. Because the engineers do not run the Boeing company.
Heck, let me just tell you that about 2 years ago, I actually took a tour of the Boeing plant here in my home city. Because here in Charleston, because we got a Boeing plant here where they build planes here in my own city. The biggest one on the East Coast, here in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes, I know that.
And I did a video blog going around in the building,
Yes, I've heard about quality issues coming from that factory.
Yep, I'll be honest, it was not bad when I did the tour, but it started getting bad a year right after all that went down.
Yes. They should have built it in, they shouldn't have closed down the plant in Everett, Washington.
The Everett, Washington one is still open. They still have it open.
Oh, I see.
It not closed. They didn't move them at the, company headquarters, because the company headquarters in Everett, Washington, they moved them to a different state, not the factory. The factory is still operating. The business part that moved.
Boeing is no longer headquartered in Everett, Washington. It's headquartered in Chicago,
Yes.
Illinois.
But the factory, it's still building plane. The factory, it's still operating.
Yeah, it's still operating like it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so I could see that happening. The same scandal that happened to Boeing will happen to the Class 1s.
Mm-hmm. And what railroad do you think first that is going to be the first one that the government cracked down on?
I think the Union Pacific, the first one, is the oldest in the system.
Well, I would have my bet it being SF, and
well, the BNSF actually started this mess up, so probably it's probably reasonable.
It would probably be BNSF or Union Pacific. The one that are probably going to get targeted for BNSF because of who owned the company, Warren Buffett.
Yes, actually, yes, it was BNSF who started this whole debacle. And
let's be honest. BNSF was good before he got control of it. Let's be honest. Warren Buffett did not buy the company until about 2019, 2020. BNSF was still a good railroad, and they did not even start doing PSR until Warren Buffett got control. Literally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And
I think next would be actually Union Pacific. They're the ones who they probably are going to crack down on Union Pacific next after BNSF.
Mm-hmm. Because I do see them cracking down because let's be honest, Union Pacific not been doing so good lately too. Heck, their CEO train derailed in LA a couple of days ago. Can you believe that?
Oh yes. Speaking of LA is becoming a hot mess. When you think about it. California.
Yep. It did crazy on what been going on there. Now it has been crazy. Now I'll be honest. California is a hot mess. But they are slowly trying to get on the right path. They are slowly. The problem is they still think the car is the future. I hate to want that high-speed rail to get built there. They're going to realize that the car is not an option anymore, and they're going to start trying to tear down their interstates left and right.
Speaking of the car, they're actually banning gasoline cars in the state, which is
going
to suck.
I know.
It's
stupid. It's stupid. I'll be honest. I understand why they need to do it, but it's still stupid because you're going to force people to go over to electric car. And let's be honest, Elon Musk. I had to look up the guy because he's autistic. Because me and my wife are autistic. But now that I know the dirty little trick he did he lost all my respect. He now a scumbag in my book. And he even admitted that Hyperloop was vaporware and was both to destroy high-speed rail. It was both to make transit look bad.
My goodness, the Hyperloop. That's a vaporware.
Reason why he did put the Hyperloop was to try to stop the high-speed rail. He even admitted that it was supposed to make transit look bad, you know?
Yes.
He was trying to do that to get people to keep on buying electric cars, you know? And funny thing is, electric cars, they are bad. Everybody say, electric cars are better. No. Anything that is car and anything that is built around the car sucks.
I have two arguments against EVs or electric vehicles. Number one, they require infrastructure. There are some places in the United States that don't have this type of infrastructure.
Mm-hmm. True.
And second, where is the power source of these? Where's the power source of these vehicles? Or in other words,
Exactly. And thing is, if we want to have a much more sustainable future, stop trying to say innovate, go electric. What we need to do is change how we live. Thing we need to do.
We have to change how we generate electricity. Where's the power source? If, in other words, the electricity that generates. There are some places in the country that still use coal plants to this day.
True, and Jane is, and this is what I'll be broadly honest about. We need to change everything to trains. Stop building interstate. Stop building big, open up wasteland parking lots. Am I right?
Yes, I think you have a point there.
Like, that's my point. This is the thing that we got to look. If we want a sustainable future, we got to stop building wasteful highways, parking lot, the infrastructure for parking lots. We got to stop building everything for the car. We need to start building for the trains and transit, and also for people, not cars.
Yeah, exactly.
Because car-centric lifestyle is killing the vibe, though. It's killing it. Heck, and what I brought up earlier about that Reddit group called F Cars, it bring up and talk about the harmful side and how much car culture have harmed society.
Oh, yes. Not just bikes. I watched his videos, and they're actually convincing.
Because they're not convincing. They're actually true.
Yeah.
Because, look at it. When we drive, we did think of another person as a piece in a way, like saying, get out of the way. It said, oh, they're a wreck. We don't think about people. Am I right?
Yes. Yesterday I was watching about about red light cameras. Red lights are actually a headache, though. When you have to stop for a red light and those flipping cameras actually take a picture. I wish if we could get rid of it. If we can't get rid of the car, we might get rid of the traffic lights.
Exactly. Like, don't ban cars. Like, I understand that some people do like driving, and some place you do need to drive in some area, but don't force it on people. Don't say that they have that as the only option.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Because if you know that around here, the only option is either driving or walking for hours. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
And that
we need to have more. We need to have more options.
Mm-hmm.
Not just driving or walking by foot. We could have public transit. We could have, I don't know, biking. Who doesn't want to bike?
The only people who don't want to bike are the lazy people who are fat and obese.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're the one who are promoting the car-centric lifestyle with a harmful.
Yes.
Like, have you noted all these suburban nights and NIMBYs? NIMBYs are mostly fat, obese people.
I had never know about that. I actually identify them as boomers who are actually in their 40s.
Mm-hmm. Technically, the boomers are in their 50s now,
Yeah.
Most boomers are in their 50s and 60s.
Yes.
The millennials are actually not the millennial, but the Gen X's, are the generation after the boomers, are the ones that are now getting into into their 40s. You know?
Oh, so that means my mother is Gen X then.
Yeah. And after that, it's the millennials. And then after that, it's the Gen Z, which my wife is a millennial, and I'm a Gen Z.
Same thing here, brother. Same thing.
Because millennials were born from the late 80s all the way up until 1995 and 1996, and Gen Z were born from 1996 all the way up until the late 2000s, you know?
Yes, I was born in the 2000s. Back in December 21st, 2000. In the late 2000s, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, late in the year early 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically.
Heck, I was 3 years old in 2001 when all that stuff went down, you know?
I was actually, I don't know, how many, I was about 8 months old when September 11 happened, when 9/11 happened. I was 8 months old.
Like, September 11th actually happened over 2 weeks after my birthday. Like, 6/11. It happened 17 days after my birthday, you know?
Wow.
When you to think about that, that's crazy that I actually remembered that. From August 25th until September 11th, that's 17 days right there, you know?
Wow, I think you actually remembered that day, right? I haven't remembered a thing that happened on that day.
Well, the reason why I remembered it is because my mom had a miscarriage that day.
Well, actually, my mother remembered that day, and she was talking. She doesn't know back then. She didn't know any English, so she didn't even care about it.
But
she doesn't even understand about it. She doesn't know what's going on or what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be honest on it. When that happened and we went into Afghanistan and we took over the country, what we should have done, because this is the reason why we want the war in Iraq. Like, let me be honest. Reason why we want the war in Iraq is because we did not went into Pakistan and took them down. Because let's be honest, all the, Afghan fighters, from Al-Qaeda, they hid in Pakistan, And the moment we started pulling out of that country, they started coming through the border from Pakistan into Afghanistan. Am I right?
Yes. And all of that equipment that the United States had actually left behind, that's a lot of money from our taxpayer dollars.
And
that's a lot of taxpayer dollars that they had left behind.
And not just that, guess who the Taliban is sending some of that equipment to?
Who?
It's beginning with a C, and it's our country that we're having a problem with.
China.
Bingo. China.
Oh my gosh. So the Taliban sent our taxpayer dollars to China.
Yep, because let's be honest, because the Pakistan helped hit them and kept them safe. They are sending that equipment to Pakistan, and then it's going to be sent to China. So instead of improving our infrastructure, we have to spend it on the military. I mean, come on. So I would not be surprised if China had better, military vehicle in the next couple years, because let's be honest, China and Pakistan are close, and they're allies.
Yes.
And the only reason we did not invade Pakistan was because they were a nuclear power. Because let's be honest, if Pakistan did not have nuclear weapons, and let's be honest, if Pakistan did not have nuclear weapons, and And Afghanistan people like Al Qaeda. Like if Al Qaeda went to hide in Pakistan and they would self-search them, but they did not have nuclear weapon, we would have probably invaded them.
Yes. Well, let's actually talk about.
But am I right?
Yeah, you have a point there.
Because, let's be honest, Pakistan is the reason why Al Qaeda survived.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Pakistan, let's be honest, Al Qaeda would have been long gone by now. Heck, they hit Osama bin Laden,
Yes.
And that right there should have been a change. If you don't give this guy to us, we'll career war on you. We should have done that.
Okay. Let's. We're going to end this live stream with something that I actually wanted to talk about. Is the Excella Express. I wonder what's going on with them.
Oh, yeah.
And the Northeast Corridor.
Well, the Excella Express is going to get replaced.
Yeah, I hope no delays are happening this time.
I know, well, a lot of people are, trying to document the Excellas before they go away like the dodo bird.
Yeah.
Because the availability, that is saying that it's going to replace the Excella,
Yes, the first generation of Excellas.
The first generation is probably going to go, A couple of them are probably going to end up in museum, but most of them are probably going to get scrapped.
Yes. Amtrak should actually upgrade the entire Northeast Corridor. 7 states actually have to invest on that. I don't know.
Well, sorry.
On that stretch, I've seen. I think I've seen some states that are actually trying to move the curvy part of the height of the Northeast Corridor. They're actually trying to get an alternate route there.
Mm-hmm, they are, and one of the good news is that they finally got the part that coming into New York. They finally are starting construction on that.
Oh, that's good.
But it's gonna be sad seeing the Excellas go. I actually have seen a Excella one time in my life, and that was when I was coming from New York City, headed back to New Jersey, before I can head back down to Charleston. Back when I went 17, Only one time I have ever seen it.
Yeah, those Excellas were actually, let's say, a watershed moment in American history. The first high-speed rail train in America.
Mm-hmm. Because
those train sets were legendary. They lived up to the hype of the decade.
That most of them are probably, if I'm right, most of them are probably going to get preserved because of their, status, Because of their status, most of them are probably going to get saved because of that, having them be sent in different areas of the U.S. for museums and stuff. Heck,
yes, that's true.
I have a feeling when it's going to, I guarantee when it said it's going to be taken to the Illinois Railroad Museum. Let's be honest. That's probably going to be one place that are probably going to get one, Yes. I wish Brightline could get that. I think Brightline should get only one of these train sets because they have to study. They still have a long way. They still have a pretty long way to have high-speed rail in Florida. I know, and I think it's probably going to be first step, But I will be on it. There are high-speed diesel locomotives, like the French did it, you remember? Yeah, I remember. Their turbine engine used to hit speeds up to 170. Wow, that's great. And to think about it, with DG Sucker, with the locomotive, if they work on improving some of them and getting them upgraded, they could probably get them to run about 160.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll put them at that as high-speed rail even more, you know?
Yes. Yes.
But
So it was nice. It was nice talking about high speed rail though. We've talked about different topics in this live stream.
I know, but before you go, man, but I'll say this, they do have another section in Pennsylvania now that hit speeds up to 170.
Oh, that's good.
So there are going to be more and more sections getting upgraded. Eventually, we'll get there with the Northeast Corridor getting even faster.
I think it's time to electrify the branch lines of the Northeast Corridor. You know, the branch lines. You know that they actually give access to the north. They're not the main line of the Northeast Corridor.
Yeah,
Northeast Corridor.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Out.
Like Alan Pfister did a video about that. You know, you remember him?
Repeat that name again.
Alan Pfister.
Oh, Alan Fisher. Yes, I remember that.
Like, I'll be honest with him, and I agree. Like, bring back the branch lines. You know?
Yeah.
Because they work more efficient than a stupid little bus.
Yes. I remember that he made a video about the Dinky.
Yes.
The Princeton Dinky.
Yeah. That I remember, and that a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. But I was thinking about the Ethan Allen Express, which is one of Amtrak's least popular, well, not least popular trains, but least
used train.
Yeah, least used trains. They could actually electrify the corridor and probably expand Excel service on that route.
Yeah, like that could work because let's be honest, like if they turn that into high-speed rail, let's be honest, you're going to have a lot more people running on the Ethan Allen Express if they can work that, you know, like that I do think need to happen.
And I think they actually have to work on various other Amtrak corridor routes. For example, there is only one Amtrak corridor that I actually mentioned that's in your state.
Mm-hmm. Well, I also found out that they're now talking about planning construction in next 2 years, next 2 to 3 years for high-speed rail up in North Carolina.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's going to be a thing.
Yes, what I'm talking about is this train that goes into Raleigh and some places on the line.
Well, that be the one that I'm talking about.
Wow. So I think that's going to receive. Well, Amtrak is going to receive lots of replacements. There's going to be Siemens locomotives, Siemens train sets as well.
Mm-hmm. But I do think it's a good idea, you know?
Yes. And I think they might be electrifying that corridor too. Just electrify every single corridor that Amtrak owns. They might be one step ahead of Brightline.
Heck, that could be a thing that helps save Amtrak. Let's be honest, because Brightline could take everything over from them.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I will bring that up. I do see a new partner train hub happening in the South. Do you know where at?
Atlanta.
Bingo. Because if you look at the Amtrak Connect Up plan, you note a lot of new Amtrak routes go to that city, meaning they are probably going to, build a big Union Station there.
Atlanta is a big rail hub in the South, just like Chicago is up in the North.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, like Atlanta, like what Amtrak needs to, because they can't keep on using that small Amtrak station on the outskirts of Atlanta. They're going to have to move the Amtrak station into the center of the city. Am I right?
Yes, that's actually true.
And there are already areas set up for that they could use, you know?
Yes. Actually, Amtrak is actually adding some new stops, so that's gonna be a good thing.
Mm-hmm. And heck, also the other thing is they're talking about doing. They're already in the planning phase of doing high-speed rail from Atlanta to Savannah. You know, they're talking about doing that.
Yes, if Brightline doesn't get in their way, because Brightline is actually eyeing up on Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. They might be connecting Atlanta and Jacksonville. Who knows?
Heck, that would be good right there. Now, if Brightline want to, they should do Atlanta to Savannah first.
That's reasonable.
Because let's be honest, Savannah is a historic city on the coast. And Atlanta is the big city, and technically right how you get into the mountains. Because let's be honest, Atlanta is on a mountain peak, you know?
Uh-huh.
The whole city is around a mountain, am I right?
Yes.
And if you did...
Well, it's... Okay, continue.
Like, if I'm right, what they could do, like, if they want to get that, they could go right under Amtrak feet, because Amtrak out would plan to do passenger train service from Savannah to Atlanta. So, if Brightline wanted to get that before Amtrak do, they need to get that right before Amtrak think about it, you know?
Yes. So, by the way, it's been a nice. It's been a pleasure It's been a pleasure to talk to you, bro.
I know you got to get ready to go to bed.
Yes, I know that.
But
it's been 10:59.
It about to be 11.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to talk to you about trains and in general.
Mm-hmm. No problem, man.
We'll see you later.
Right, you have a good night. You have a good night, man.
You too.
Later.
Thanks. Later, bro.
All right, that my friend right there, and what we said is pretty good. And Dimitri is still live streaming. Let me check in on him. I'm on my phone. But I'll be honest, stuff that we are saying actually does fit when you think about stuff that is going on. Because I'll be honest, we did screw up. We did screw up in a way. And now we're paying the price of our consequence of wanting to go with the rail instead of everything else. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's check. Mm-hmm. Like Dimitri did get done. But yeah. But it's crazy when you did think about it. But yeah. It is 11 o'clock. I did be getting ready for bed anyway, you know. I gotta be at work at 12 tomorrow. Also, Belle got an interview tomorrow for her first job, so I hope that go well for my wife, which I'll keep you guys updated on that. But a lot of stuff I think is crazy happening that I just find bloody brilliant. But I do see a new corridor beginning, like probably up in the north, up the state, coming from Charlotte to Atlanta through the upstate. I do see that happening. But yeah, because it's something I do see that is vital that we need, because stuff got to change, because we can't keep on doing this. But yeah. But I did hope you guys enjoyed me on the new in-scale train and the HO scale stuff that I showed at the beginning of the live stream. And right here. But I hope. Oop. Guys. All right. But yeah, everything good, Mama. Sorry to add to the real quick, Mama. But I'll be honest, it's crazy when you did think about what been going on. But I do agree with what Brightline fan is saying. Now I will bring up the tangent about not doing what we need to do. If y'all know what I'm saying. There we go. But yeah, but look at it. That's pretty cool. I will be honest, I need to get metal wheels for the truck. And I need to replace the, stupid plastic wheels. Technically, I got to do that with my end scouts up anyway. Because I think plastic wheels are much better. Or not better, but steel wheels are better anyway. There we go. But yeah, but look at that. That's pretty cool. It's perfect for what I'm doing because I'm doing it in scale switching layout. It's set in the modern era. Tank is actually a modern era tank. So yeah, did one it's technically modern too, but I do gotta replace the trucks with better ones because let's be honest, the truck that came with that one, the coupling on that is terrible. I do prefer the couplings on this one. But yeah. But it is 11:04. I do got to get ready to go to bed. But yeah. Now, I hope y'all enjoyed the live stream. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.